All right, final week of Act 1 for Heresy. Coming back, I was in the middle of actually grinding one of my other characters, and then like a little pop-up came up like, hey, go talk to Sloan at the Shaping Slab. And I was like, oh, she's giving me bounties now? I didn't see this. And then I remembered today was Tuesday, and I was like, oh, this is for the week 3. Okay, so yeah, we were playing before, and I think we need to go back to the last city and go talk to Sloan here. I didn't do any trials recording this weekend, unfortunately. It was Valentine's Day weekend. I was kind of busy with work, with my girlfriend. I was busy building a Lego set for a Star Destroyer. I'll throw a picture of that on screen right now. But yeah, it was fun. I had a good time. The Star Destroyer took a really long time to finish it off, and I was just preoccupied with that. We did get a clear of the dungeon, so we did get a hand cannon out of it and a scout rifle out of it, which is not too bad. I really wanted to do trials this weekend, but man, I just didn't have enough time. I really wanted to. Maybe next time we'll do it. Oh man, we've been having really busy time lately for trying to record for ourselves. I'm sorry that I haven't been doing as much recording for Destiny as I want to. Some stuff is speaking to me, like the seasonal stuff. The dialogue missing is not fun. We still had dialogue missing from the exotic mission, and as well as like the dungeon and the seasonal stuff still. Like Sloan is supposed to be recording all this dialogue for us, but again, it's missing from everything that actually matters this season. So I'm just like, it's kind of making things a little less fun when we don't know exactly what's going on. I can't read and play at the same time. All right, let's come back to the Shaping Slab. I know there's a SAG-AFTRA strike or whatever, but still, it's really unfortunate that they couldn't just delay the season a little bit longer just to get all the dialogue finished. Missing dossier: Hive hacking Light Singer's limb, Hive hacking Cultist's limb, Hive hacking Blade Navigator's head. What the hell? Travel to the summoning pits on the moon and hunt the Lucent wizard Yor-U-Halamak Lightsinger and claim her biocode limb. Hive systems are biological constructs. To access them, we'll need biological passcodes from a high-ranking crew of the Dreadnought. But this is a Lucent Hive. Are you talking about what they were in their previous life? Hunt the Hive wizard I can't even pronounce. Lix? Is it Likes or Anukru? The Dark Singer to claim her head and contain the Dreadnought biocodes. Only new biological passcodes from high-ranking crew members of the Dreadnought head to the catacombs on the moon and bring the Hive wizard hunting weapons to stomp out the wizard fostering cult of Oryx there and retrieve the codes. And this is head of Saruk Ur Omni. Blade Navigator. So we need to take down these high-ranking individuals from the Dreadnought crew. One of them's a Lucent Hive, one of them's a Hive, and then one of them might be a Taken. Do we need like different flavors of Hive? Is that how this is going to work? Sure. Going after bounties and tracking down high-ranking Hive officials is not a bad idea for seasonal stuff. It seems like they always put in the most effort into the Hive stuff and not like the Fallen or the Vex stuff. The Vex stuff is a joke. The Fallen stuff is underwhelming at best, and then the Hive stuff is when they actually try. Man, I really wish they would kind of do it the reverse. Let's collect our daily stipend of materials from Ido. You have the ability for me to just give you a bunch of stuff? Bunch of greens. Ooh, you do have a bunch of option for me to give you a bunch of greens.
I wonder what we'll discover next.
This bow, massive disappointment, didn't do anything. A shotgun. We're gonna shove that thing right into our Icolo sniper rifle that we shaped over the weekend. And feeding frenzy dragonfly. We could probably find a different, better role for that thing. So yeah, we're just gonna dismantle this. The dungeon was cool. If you guys want to go check out that dungeon video, go check it out for sure. The dungeon was pretty neat. Jumping into it, even with a guide, it took a little bit of time, and with me cutting away like the repeatable attempts at certain encounters, we still got through it for the most part. It was really fun. I'm glad I watched the guide and not jumping into that blind, because that would have taken forever. Let's go quests. Oh, there's 3. Oh, that's just part of the actual mission of like, hey, complete all 3 of these dossiers first. Okay. Some of them are on the moon. Oh, they're all on the moon. Oh. Okay. Saros Harbor, let's just go straight there. I didn't realize they were all on the moon. I thought some of them were scattered throughout the system. Overflow Rolling Storm, Overflow Incandescent. I probably could get a better roll of this thing. I would like one that comes with, what's it called? Runneth Over. Dealing damage or defeating targets with this weapon gradually increase stability, handling, reload speed, and charge rate. Usually decreases over time, but is gained more quickly while near allies. Let's just dump some stuff into this. Get the enhanced overflow. And you know, while we're playing right now, we might as well go to our tonics. Finishes grant a small amount of health. And let's put the one on for enhancement. Oh, those are enhancement cores, not enhancement prisms. Not sure why it shows a picture of prisms. And whatever. Enhancement cores. We can use some more extra cores. Alright, there's something ahead of us right here. There we go, head of Sewer Okonomi, return to Shaping Slab. And we're not going to leave quite yet. That was pretty easy. I didn't realize she'd be in a public zone like that.
Where are you?
It's back in this direction. We don't usually fight enemies in this little tunnel, which would be cool if we did. We're back at the Hellmouth. Oh, I think she's gonna be under the ground somewhere. Yeah, underground somewhere. It's been a while since I've been on the moon to come look for something. Man, it's been a very long time since we've gone underground for the moon. All these play spaces not really used that much anymore. I see a lot of stuff up ahead. Oh, even further down? Oh. I like how there's just a weird barrier knight here for whatever reason. Thanks, I guess. we're going really far down. Okay. Didn't realize how far down we would be going. This is like the Shadowkeep campaign or whatever. Here's something behind me over here. They're like Hive runes. Okay. The wizard shield dissipates. Okay, good. Where is she? Not so tough without the shield. And if you're Anurk, whatever, I can't even pronounce your name. I said there's a shrieker above us. Oh, more stuff just spawned in. Ooh, heavy ammo. Oh, that had nothing to do with that. Okay, so we have this one we have to get back to. Back to the surface. Ooh, okay, I didn't have to go super, super deep, just deep enough. All these weird empty corridors extending underneath the moon's surface is crazy. I do like the whole aesthetic of the moon a little bit more than the loose and Hive stuff. The whole red and jagged spikes and stuff like that. This place is called the Hellmouth, and this place does look like hell at certain sections of the missions. We're going to the other side now. Summoning pits, open the door. Return to the shaping slab. Okay, those are the 3 bounties done. Let's head back to the city. Not too bad. I mean, we're kind of revisiting some of the hot spots for the moon area, so it's whatever. It's okay to revisit these kind of areas just to see what they're like. I don't really see a reason for the moon area to exist anywhere outside of certain strikes, maybe, question mark? I mean, the dungeon is cool, but no one really does the dungeon anymore. The dungeon, I love the aesthetic of the dungeon, but yeah, nobody really touches the dungeon. And nightmare hunts, I mean, who really cares about nightmare hunts? Those things can be taken away, and no one would care. Enhanced overflow. Gives us even further capacity beyond normal capacity. Okay, good. Ikelos Sniper Rifle version 1.0.3. This is actually pretty good, actually. I like it with overflow, incandescent, and then ricochet rounds, or seraph rounds, I guess. Didn't realize the Dreadnought's weapon was something that we needed to disable again. I didn't realize it was such a big deal again. Feeding Frenzy, Rolling Storm, and Relentless Strikes, Valiant Charge. This one might be cool to hold on to. See you on the Dreadnought. We're going back to the Dreadnought again to disable the weapon again. It's crazy. How'd they fix it? Guardian, make your way to the Hall of Souls and decouple the aversion anchors. Meet you there. We'll put a stop to this. Okay, I wonder if we're going to explore some of the areas that have been locked off. If you play this activity enough, you'll notice that there are certain areas that are locked off by, like, taken shielding. Some of them are in regards to the exotic mission here, but other stuff we've never had access to for some reason. So I'm wondering if now we'll get access to it. Rendezvous with Sloane.
Guardian, you have what you need. Hive systems are disgusting, but effective. The Dreadnought's power is immense, but we can break its hold over its own weapons and turn it against itself. Disconnecting the aversion anchors will stop them from dragging us all into the Ascendant Plane. Show the Taken who's in control.
At least I don't have to read it out loud. All right, place left wizard hand here. Hack the biosystem. We gotta go to the other section. Place the wizard's head.
You trespass on my throne.
Oh. Oh, this might be where Oryx comes back into play. It says Echo of the Navigator, the little voice prompt at the top said it was from. But Oryx is like super duper dead, unless he has like a pre-recording of like his thoughts somewhere on board the ship. Just in case he kind of knew we would somehow beat him, we would come back and try to mess with him this way. Maybe Oryx knew at some point we'd be back. Place the right hand of the wizard. Coalescence of Deep Sky. Escape the Dreadnought and survive to tell the tale. The Dreadnought survive? It can't be. I hear something. I feel like we just missed out on something really cool because we were stuck in there.
I am the Taken King, the first navigator. I rise from the deep.
An echo linked to the mirror of Oryx. Brother King, my navigator, you return to us.
Xivu Arath, what has become of our war?
You were slain by a warrior of the sky. They stand before you. No, it wasn't me.
Slain.
Sadly, yes, elder brother.
Oh.
You're just the memory of a dead god. The sword you always wanted to become.
I only just mantled myself by the death of Akka. Carved my throne.
This is
from
a
the
version of
world's
Oryx
corpse.
from before he knew what happened. Your form shall revive upon the death of your killer. Your throne will be restored. Like, oh, if we kill the
If
Guardian.
I am destroyed, then I deserve extinction. My heir, my killer. Step forward.
Stop acting like children, the both of you. We are finally free to create new paths for ourselves.
There you go. She's speaking the right truth. No, I will not let you abandon us again. So this is a version of... Oh, and that thing comes back. This isn't possible. We need to regroup, get out of there. Oh, that talking point from Oryx just now was a version of Oryx from before he had actually
Sharpen
died.
their knives, that their lie may become my logic's truth.
Yeah, so this is a version of Oryx, and he was like, what just happened? Like, I just killed Akka and just learned the power to take. He's like, no, that was a while ago. You've been dead for some time now. It's like, if I'm dead, then I deserve to be dead. It's like, there's no reason for you guys to run out, go out of your way to try to resurrect me. And Savathun spoke a very obvious truth, like, hey, the worm gods are gone, Rolk is gone, the witness is gone. We no longer have to do their bidding. We can do whatever we want now. There's no reason for us to keep this sword logic crap up anymore. And oh, you're kind of tough. Never mind. I think we really are just gonna leave. Escape, yeah. That thing that killed Arath looks a lot like, I don't know, we haven't had a really good look at it outside of like the cutscene, but it looks a lot like Nezarec, actually. And yeah, it sucks that Xivu of Wrath, like all the cool dialogue we just had from her, is kind of wasted because her dialogue's not even recorded. It would have been really cool to hear all three of them talking to each other. Savathun comes in, tries to talk to her brother's like shadow or whatever, and tries to tell her, I was like, yeah, it's true. You've been dead for a while now. And he's like, if I'm dead, then I deserve to be dead. Like, there's no reason for you guys to go out of your way to try to resurrect me. And he's like, yeah, if we kill the Guardian, his death will give you enough power in order to revive yourself back in your throne world. And I'm like, I don't know if that's how that works, but let's not test it. So let's get the hell out of there. Okay, that was pretty cool. Even if it was cool for just a little bit, I like we haven't never seen all three of them in one spot. We had Savathun show up in person. We had like an echo of Oryx. His echo, or the echo of himself, is tied to the echo, the physical item here in the ship. And then Xivu Arath sends her champion there, like the weird thing we saw from, what was it, like Season of the Deep? That thing came back too, and that she was speaking through him. And that was cool. But, you know, again, I'm just kind of disappointed that we're missing out on such cool dialogue from the both of them. And I'm just like, I don't know if it's the same voice actor, this version of Oryx. He sounds a little bit different from like what I remember in the Taken King campaign. His voice in that campaign sounded a lot harsher. Here, he sounds a little bit more mellow, weirdly enough. But that's just me. All right, we're back here. Deploy the ghost.
Figured I owed you an explanation before I went dark.
You're not leaving again, are you?
I'll make it quick. I tried to find a way to bring her back. Don't ask me what I did, but it didn't work.
Huh.
So I thought to myself, hey, I got what I always got. What's left for me anyway?
Aww.
Nothing. Knew it'd happen again. I was a fool to hope, but I couldn't help myself.
He's so sad.
I just wanted you to know, it's just nothing personal. It's all me. This is who I am. Always has been. So, don't come looking. I was already halfway gone.
No! Oh, he's really leaving. Oh, man. My boy, no. So he said that he tried something. He doesn't want to tell us what. But he said that he tried something to resurrect her, and it didn't work. I'm kind of glad it didn't work. Who the hell knows what he had tried? A Hive ritual, some sort of other darkness ritual to try to bring her back from the dead. Something, I don't know. So I'm glad that dark future that they had, that weird vision of from like Elsie Bray and Anna Bray's dark future, that didn't come true by accident through that. But he says like, yeah, like I tried everything. I'm trying to be a good person. I'm trying to change, but like, you know what, dude, like I just don't care anymore. Like with Eris gone, like I don't have a reason to keep up this charade of trying to fit in. So it's like, hey, don't come looking for me. I'm leaving. Like I've always been like 1 foot out the door anyway, so I might as well just like fully go this time. Oh man, is this how they kind of like do away with Gambit, you think? To make it seem like Gambit won't be a thing anymore because he's not around to run it? Sure, I would be okay with
that.
that.
What we're dealing with. An echo of the Navigator, a memory of Oryx, and not the one we remember. He woke up the Dreadnought and launched the anchors. The Taken are here because of him, and the Dread are working with him. His knife. Eris's killer. But you've caught Oryx's attention. The Echo didn't know you killed him. Now he does, and he's impressed. That means he's distracted. He wants to test you. Use that. Right now, Xivu, Arath, and Savathun are mobilizing. Their brother's flagship is a battlefield. And Drifter's gone. We have twice the trouble and half the support. Losing Eris was hard on him. We show who we are in hard times. We can't afford to lose focus or lose ground. We need intel. We need you back on the Dreadnought. Find out what you can. We must destroy the Echo. It can't be allowed to exist. Sounds impossible, doesn't it? But you've killed Oryx once. You'll do it again.
You make it sound so simple. You make it sound so simple when you say it like that. Oh, you beat Oryx, you beat Rolk, you beat the Witness, you can do this again. Like, we kind of did all those things barely, but sure. Your form reflects in Taken Sheen. The Taken King is a fearsome foe, especially when backed by the Dread, Xivu, Arath, and Savathun. But this is not the Oryx you remember. This is a shade, an impression of him left on the Witness and born through the Echo's power. So yeah, this is before... This version of Oryx that the Echo is brought back to life is right after he killed Akka, learned the power to take, became the Taken King, and probably conversed with either Rolk or the Witness. So this is directly after that. And before he met us, and probably before we actually killed Crota too. You must sharpen your will and load your weapons. For now, all that can be done is to contain this threat. Take the shape of violence and bring that purpose to your foes. So the Dread are serving Echo. So the Dread, they keep saying this over and over again, but the Dread don't really have any will of their own. They just look for sources of paracausal power and kind of follow the whims of those things. Initially, it was like, you know, Rolk, and then Nezarec, and the Witness, and now they are serving this Echo of Oryx, the Echo of they call it the Echo of the Navigator. I don't know if that's the title of the thing we saw, like the shadow thing, or if it's literally the name of the Echo. It's called the Echo of the Navigator. I think the one in the first episode was Echo of Command. The second one was like the Echo, I don't even know if it had an official name. It was just called the Echo of Reese. And this one's not called the Echo of the Navigator. But basically it means it's the Echo of the Navigator is the thing, and Oryx, the Taken King, is the thing it brought back to life. So Xivu Arath doesn't want us to kill Oryx again, because I mean he's like, oh, Oryx is back. My sword logic is proven right, and like the sword logic lives once again with Oryx being back. Savathun is trying to convince the both of them to just drop this whole sword logic bullshit and just come with her and be like, hey, the Witness is gone, the Worm Gods are gone, we can forge our own new path. We don't have to follow this sword logic thing that they taught us. And Xivu Arath and Savathun are fighting over Oryx and trying to bring them to their side for one reason or the other. It would be kind of cool to see the three of them just say, you know what, fuck this noise, we're leaving. Sure, I think then that way we can put the Hive behind us, like the whole Hive Pantheon behind us for now. Armaments of Resolve, increase the aim assist and recoil direction. This weapon is also overcharged when the modifier is active. Heretical Weapon, Central Shards, Essence of Desire. And complete Act 1, Part 3 of Echoed Warnings. And that's it for the week, right? That is basically it. Man, I feel bad for the Drifter. He just left again. And he's like, dude, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to be part of this whole Vanguard nonsense, because all it's done is brought me heartache. And like, I used to be like a drifter, you know, fighting for my own things, and then I came back for a little bit when Eris kind of brought me out of my shell, and now when she's gone, I tried to resurrect her. I did something extremely stupid. It didn't work, and even if it did work, I'm sure she'd be super pissed at me for even trying. But he's gone again. He's just fully just left. He just doesn't want any part of this anymore, and I really feel for him. That he's like he's a character that I actually do like, and he's like someone you learn to come close to. Oh, he left little Gambit tokens on her nightstand. Damn it, Drifter, get back here. You're better than this. It's not going to help. We both know your running doesn't stop the dead haunting you. Can't say I'd do the same thing, but I guess I've thought about it time or two. But you're the one who told me some things you carry with you forever. Erismorn's one of those things. You think she'd be proud of you for taking off? Call me when you get this. I mean it. Situation's getting worse here. Hive God's worse. We need you. If nothing else, for vengeance, in her honor, let's make the weight of a little easier to lift. Yeah, no, he just flat out left. He's just so, like, distraught over her loss, and I don't know what's gonna happen when I would only assume she's coming back in some capacity because of her, connection to the Hive. She's in a throne world of some sort. I know that for certain. I'm pretty sure it's her own. Maybe she doesn't have an idea as far as how to get out of it, but I'm pretty sure that's where she's at. She's not inside like Savathun's or Xivu, Arath's or Oryx's throne world. I don't believe any of those theories. I'm pretty sure it's hers. She is so unbelievably powerful when she was the Hive God of Vengeance that even when she gave up all that power and that transformation ability, she probably retained the throne world unknowingly. That way she can still be immortal like a guardian and retain some level of autonomy over that. I would only assume. Deconstruct Vorpal, that's not too bad. And we got a Psycho Chomp, Elemental Honing, and Stats for all. Let's shove that bad boy into the bow. All right. I mean, it's all well and good for now. I mean, that's how the story ends. Drifter has taken off. He's abandoned us, seemingly for good. He can't stand the idea of not having Eris around anymore, and it's just made him incredibly sad. He's tried something very stupid and very dangerous to try to resurrect her. It didn't work, and that's just like, you know what? I'm cutting my losses, dude. I'm leaving. This was never for me in the end. I was only ever here to maybe help out and, you know, get a little bit of money and glimmer on the side and kind of like satisfy my own curiosity. But in the end, I was never interested in really helping out. And then Eris came along and made me care again and made me care about her again. And it's like it's all gone downhill from here. It's like now that she's gone, he's so bitter and so angry that he doesn't know what to do. Like, he doesn't think he can be a hero like the way that she wants him to be. Oh, but he's still here in the tower though. Like, I'm gone.
Hey, look alive, hotshot.
I'm gone, but not really gone. I thought his character model would be gone completely. I was gonna say, if him leaving, this could be a great way to like get rid of Gambit. Just like be like, yeah, I don't need to do Gambit anymore because I'm gone.
Thanks, Guardian.
So Gambit's just 100% like canceled, and I was like, oh, okay, we can do that. I'm okay with that. I do like the Gambit aesthetic and the Gambit weapons and stuff like that, but actually playing the game mode is such
You
a
get
chore.
Synth, I get research data.
I would be
How would you say it? A
100%.
win-win.
I would be 100% okay with that. I think we can actually
luck.
just get rid of it and fold the Gambit weapons and aesthetics and stuff like that into like world drops even, or even
Be
like
swift.
focusing stuff. Having a whole catalog of weapons and armor to focus would be really cool. It would be way better than whatever the hell the gunsmith is doing, because the
Why should I
gunsmith is
fear
just giving
stasis?
you random weapons.
I've seen the light used
week
by
to week.
warlords and guardians alike, for evil and good. A new tool doesn't change the wielder.
Oh my god, Anna's talking way more than I originally remember from just picking up these
This
bounties from
should
her.
work.
Give me nightmare hunts. I like they have so many things they could really get rid of this, and no one would really
It's
care.
yours.
I'd be 100% okay with nightmare hunts going away. The story was getting good. I feel like that audio cue we heard, I hope it didn't miss anything super
Good
cool.
luck. Thumbing through Braytech schematics is like learning a new language.
Anna,
I
shut up.
feel
Or Ada,
lost
shut up.
sometimes. Be swift.
Let me... God, public event threader destination, no thanks. She has the one destination
Excellent.
threader that I actually do care about that's the easiest to do, which is basically like just kill high-value targets, open chests, complete activities, just something that's
Excellent.
really easy. And I have all this glimmer, I might as well spend it all on this anyways. Playing the nether activity gives you a lot of
Please watch your step.
glimmer.
This is a lab, not a lounge.
Come on. Give me the one. I'd like this. I mean, the story's compelling
Very
so far.
well.
It's compelling in the sense that I do actually care about Eris and the Drifter. I don't like that Sloane is giving out so much dialogue and most of it's missing. I'm still wondering, like, hey, am I ever going to be able to replay these missions to hear that
Good
dialogue
luck.
she's working hard to record? Or they're not going to even... Oh, there we go, finally. Or
The
are we just
black
never
armor
gonna
thanks you.
bother with it anymore? Because by the time she records out that dialogue and it gets added to the game, the season's gonna be mostly over, and no one's gonna get an opportunity to replay that stuff because there's no way to go back and redo it unless you want to delete your character or start a new one just to experience the dialogue. And I think that's the whole problem with these seasonal models that they've been attempting, because stuff doesn't stick around anymore. And there's no way to replay and relive the stories and stuff like that. And I'm just kind of like, hey,
Catch you later. Just ignore the bird.
most of this stuff is going to be
have to make
lost to the wind. And I think this whole model of seasonal storytelling needs to be shaken up. There needs to be an archive of all this stuff. Something where you can, like, delete, like, seasons and, like, have them on, like, the cloud or something. And if you ever were like, hey, you know what? I want to go replay Season of the Haunted, or hey, I want to go replay Season of the Risen. Let me like delete some data from the game, upload that season back into my Destiny thing, and just replay the whole thing from start to finish, just for fun. Even if it's like a memory constraint thing, because
I think I have something you will like.
man, it's really tough not being able to replay some of those missions and not relive some of those moments, because new people coming into the game are never going to see that stuff ever again. You just had to be there for it. And I kind of hate that thing about Destiny for the time being. I don't know what they're doing for Frontiers. The Sony showcase, they showed off nothing for Marathon. They showed off nothing as far as what Bungie is working on right now. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. God, man, I'd want them to show off something, anything. And they showed off literally nothing. And I do feel kind of bad for anyone who might be still working at Bungie, struggling with whatever it is they're doing right now. I guess that's the weekly story mission again. I mean, we're done once more. We spent more time fighting with my dog barking in the background. Sorry if you guys are going to hear some of that audio. I'll do my best to cut that out. And we also spent more time on the side quest stuff, hunting down those high-value Hive targets, than actually listening to the story. The story would have been really cool if we could have heard Xivu, Arath, Savathun, and Oryx all talking, but Xivu, Arath's dialogue is missing. Amazing. Whatever. From what we know now, it seems like the first knife, that weird subjugator thing, is doing the bidding of Oryx, trying to either resurrect him or prove his sword logic right enough in order to have him be revived once again. That is the echo. Again, I don't know if that's truly Oryx, the Taken King, or Alrix, the Navigator, like before he became the Taken King. It depends. We still have the real Oryx's dead body somewhere locked in a vault in the city somewhere. I don't know if Xivu, Arath, and Savathun are going to make a play to retrieve that dead body and bring it back to the Dreadnought. I think if that were to happen with the Echo on board, he would 100% just come back to life. And I think there was a section or a scene somewhere in the promo videos for this season of showing of like the Echo itself. We saw it briefly. It was the thing hovering over the court of Oryx just now. And I think we see a snippet of that thing being inserted inside of a dead body of a giant hive. And I think that, I don't know if that's like a cinematic of as far as something happening or of a thing we're trying to prevent, but I think that's actually going to be a thing that'll happen later in the season. We'll see.
The Iron Banner is come hunters.
I'm hearing double dialogue. Relax, dude. He does offer new stuff. Ambitious Assassin, Detonator Beam. These look like the best roles for this right off the bat.
But their discipline, their loyalty,
subsistence,
that is
desperate measures.
The oldest he's got a temper. I've seen it.
Teaches Mastery, bait and switch, loose change. And Rhyme Stealer Onslaught, that could be cool too. I don't know if we'll do a video of Iron Banner.
How will your light grow swifter?
We have all of the armor unlocked already. Focus decoding. I'm wondering if they're giving a lot more loot this time around too, because God knows I would play Iron Banner if it showered me in loot.
Fire, Guardian,
they just remade Trials of Osiris to give out way more loot this time around. And yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to play this weekend. We were busy with Valentine's Day, model building, messing with our collection here of Transformer toys, recording other stuff for like Doom Eternal, that kind of stuff we were busy with. So unfortunately, I did not get an opportunity to do any of that stuff this weekend. I mean, the seasonal story is over so far. We got to wait until at least a couple weeks until the next story comes out. We can busy ourselves with the dungeon, Trials, Iron Banner.
Patch me into Misrax.
A lot of other stuff. I just want to check to see what he was
The
offering.
infinite forest is not as infinite as they say. It has its limits.
And Invasive Arsenal, bait and switch. Maybe we'll try Trials when it comes back around. We will try.
I hear stories. The way you crushed the Red Legion. I could not have done it better.
Cat-eyed mask. I don't know about the Trials armor for the hunters. The cat armor. Sure, I guess. Cat-eyed grasps. They always been about this old Egyptian theme. And another thing is too is like just like the Drifter giving up and leaving. I could have swore that Saint 14 and Osiris would leave too once the Echo
Not so
from the
long
first
as they are
episode was
manned by
resolved.
guardians like you.
But maybe they're going to stick around
Shine
too.
brighter.
I don't think they'll get rid of Trials, but I think this could be a good stepping off point for getting rid of Gambit. Just be like, hey, the Drifter just doesn't care to keep the Gambit running anymore because there's no reason to run it. Not only is he just going to leave the system and not want to stick around to run Gambit, but he just doesn't think there's any... Eris just doesn't want him running it anymore. It doesn't make any sense. So he's going to give it up. They'll take the Gambit loot pool, they'll roll it into world drops, and if you want to do some world focusing with like the Gunsmith or with like Zur when he comes around, that's fine. I truly think this is a great opportunity just to get rid of Gambit. I don't know what they can turn it into to make it more fun, other than to get rid of the PvP mechanics to it and make it something like Onslaught. You could even roll it into something like Onslaught and just roll that loot pool into Onslaught and have a way of like farming for the stuff there. That would be cool. I think you can put some stuff into Onslaught. You can put some stuff into the world loot pool. Some stuff where it can be focused with the Gunsmith or Zur when he comes through. Stuff like that. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you guys for this week. I'm rambling at this point. Sorry. There's a lot to talk about and not a lot to do in Destiny. I don't know exactly what they're gonna do. How long we're gonna have to wait. It's gonna be a couple weeks at least. There's Iron Banner we'll try to get to. There's Trials we'll try to get to. I'll try to do more of the dungeon and more of the exotic missions if we can. I don't know if it'll be worthwhile right now. We're still doing Doom Eternal in the background. We're trying to get that finished before what's it called? Killing Floor comes out. I think we'll get that done right before it comes out. Killing Floor happens in about a month from now. We'll be sure to work on that when that eventually comes out. I took some time off of work to actually record that, so we're gonna have a lot of fun when that eventually comes out. What else are we working on right now? Besides real life stuff, obviously more Destiny stuff. I don't know what other stuff we want to record right now. Maybe we'll just record some funny videos as far as like nothing that has to do with any playthroughs or series, but just something we could upload to the channel. Anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Be sure to subscribe. I'm not too sure how much of my theory stuff is actually going to come true, but we'll actually see when we get closer to the reveal of more of the season. Hopefully it ends with a bang and not less with a dud like the last couple seasons have, but we will see. But other than that, guys, we'll catch you guys all in the next one. Laters.